My partner and I have been together for just under a year now. A few days ago, she asked if we could talk, and I immediately feared she wanted to break up. However, after our conversation, it was not what I expected at all. A bit of background for this is I have two daughters, aged 4 and 2. I became a single dad when I was 20, just a few months after my first daughter was born. Her mother left us, and I've been raising her on my own ever since. About a year or so later, I met my now ex-partner. She was very pregnant and, like me, was facing the reality of being a single mom soon. Her baby daddy had left her and their daughter, leaving her with no support. We were together for almost 2 years and were a blended family, and during that time, I raised our youngest daughter as my own, loving and caring for her as such. Both of my daughters are daddy's girls, and I cherish our relationship. I've never once second-guessed my role as her father. Unfortunately, my ex-partner struggled with mental health issues, including BPD and bipolar disorder, which eventually led to infidelity. Despite our attempts at couples counseling, I realized I couldn't continue the relationship. We split amicably, but I made a promise to my youngest daughter that I would always be there for her, and I fully intend to keep that promise. She spends weekends with me and occasionally stays a few days during the week, and this has been a constant for over a year. Now, fast forward to the present. I met my current partner shortly after my breakup, around a month later. Honestly, it was supposed to be a casual fling, but we hit it off so well that we ended up spending the whole night talking, playing games, and getting to know each other. We didn't go beyond kissing, but it felt great. From the start, I was open about my situation being a single father to 2 girls and the unique relationship with my youngest daughter. At the time, she seemed fine with it and didn't bring it up again. During our recent talk, she expressed that she's uncomfortable with the fact that I'm still involved in my daughter's life and my ex's life. She said that it's emotionally ignorant and unfair to her that I continue this relationship, and in her words, "You can't possibly love her as much as your actual daughter, she's not even yours." This really hit me hard, and I admit I didn't handle it well, and it turned into shouts on both ends. I told her to leave my house. Crappy part was both my kids were in their rooms and heard the whole thing. I really hope they heard hardly anything or nothing at all. It was probably the first time they ever seen me like that. She said she went to stay with her sister, and now everyone is messaging me from her friends and family, backing my partner's opinion that she isn't even mine, and questioning why I care so much about her. Thankfully, my family is on my side and are doing their best to support me emotionally, but it's hard as they live in another state. My mother and stepdad are planning on flying in this coming weekend to help out, which is the best news I've heard all day. Honestly, I'm really confused right now. Am I being unreasonable or unfair? I'm struggling to process my emotions and don't know what to do next. I should also add that my ex and I remain decent friends, and she is a great mother to our youngest daughter. However, my oldest daughter's mother is currently MIA and has been for some time, and is not in the picture. My youngest daughter's mother is a great mom, but works as a flight attendant for a few years now. So that is only the reason my daughter stays with me a couple days a week on some occasions, so she can pick up extra hours when she wants or needs. This only occurs 3 to 4 times a month, if that. Mentally, she is much better and is doing her best. We just didn't work out, but continues to make sure that our daughter will always have me as her daddy. Also, my girlfriend now doesn't live with me. She does, however, stay a few nights out of the week over, and we do go out when I find the time. I haven't heard from her since the incident, which maybe is the best. When I wrote this, I was definitely trying to word my best during this, and when upset words don't really form in the best way. I do not ever plan on leaving my daughter's life. What I was more looking for in answers was if I was wrong for kicking her out. Should we have talked more about it? I also don't think I hopped into a relationship too fast after my first daughter. It was over a year later, and maybe more when I met my ex. And then a month later after that, my new girlfriend, which is real fast and was probably the quickest I've ever jumped into a relationship. But I really thought we had a great connection. My first daughter's mom was my high school sweetheart, and we were together for years and even was each other's first. But after our daughter was born, she completely changed and just decided she had to leave. Might I suggest, gently, that you pursue therapy and stay away from relationships for a bit? You're quite young, and it's been a series of train wrecks. Focus on yourself and your daughters for a bit. Text back the family saying, "I'm not even her boyfriend anymore, so I don't care." Your girlfriend is an asshole. Take some time and focus on yourself. Also, a piece of advice though. Emotionally, she might be yours, and that is great. However, legally, she isn't. If you mean that you want this little girl in your life forever, it might be worth taking to your ex about adoption. Your ex could change her mind and remove your daughter from your life at any time.